Hey, my YouTubians, how are you doing today? This is Tavi with the Metaphysics of Creativity. I appreciate all of you subscribing and viewing my videos. And I just wanted to say I'm going to show up here a lot more often because I do watch YouTube a lot myself. And what I think is a lot of the short forms like TikTok or Instagram, they're short. Their lifespan is pretty short, and you can't really go from what the essence of something is. And I want to talk about that in terms of creativity. Like, you know who you are and what you are, what you're here meant to do. If you try to deviate or try to copy and be like something else, it's not going to work out. Just like if YouTube is trying to be like TikTok with doing the shorts, and it's not really working out. But YouTube does great with the long form and really just being there. Like, people can binge and they already establish that trust. I don't want to do too much editing, and I feel like I can really flow and be with you guys on this journey here on YouTube. And so yeah, what I'm talking about today is the essence. Where you are, who you are, what you're doing. This is the metaphysics of creativity. I just relabeled it, but this is what I've been talking about the whole time. My channel has examples of doing this with different pieces of art. But deep down in your heart what you are here to do. If you love art, if you love music, if you love film, you got to do it. Like, it's the only option. And like I say, only bangers is the mindset. Only bangers is the attitude. You got to decide it's going to be a banger. You got to decide it's going to be great. That's how you move forward. That's the only way we move forward. We decide it's going to be great, and it's done. But there's still work to do, right? Like, you still got to put in the work. You still got to take the action. But you got to do the energetic work. The energetic work, what I'm talking about, right, is really just getting up again every day, not giving up, and understanding that your energy is moving everything forward. You got to have the proper energy. If you don't have the proper energy, how's it going to work? It's not going to work out. So you got to get the proper energy going, right? How do you get the proper energy going? You can work out, you can meditate, there's many things you can do. You got to find what works for you. But you got to have a strong determination, and you got to be disciplined, and you got to not give up and keep looking to improve. How are you going to keep improving? How are you going to keep getting better? Even if you think you're at the pinnacle with your music production or with your art, as soon as you start to think like, oh, I'm so good, I don't need to work as hard, then you start falling off. Then you start falling back. You got to remember every moment. It's like you got to understand that you're already great and you're the best, but you also got to understand, like, you always need to improve. It's that kind of paradox which keeps you in this greatness. That struggle, that battle, that internal fight is what creates great art. Art comes from rubbing up against and trying to improve and letting the flow out, and also trying to improve, and going through that process, going through that friction, going through that battle of resistance. Like, oh, I don't like it. Oh, what are people going to think? And then I drop it, and then I delete it, and I get better, and I put it out again. Got to go through that process. But don't just hoard art, because that's the biggest thing I've seen. Like, people hoarding art and not releasing stuff or quitting. I mean, that leads to quitting. If you don't release stuff for a long enough time, you will eventually quit. Or you'll get so creatively constipated that you can't create any new ideas, or everything is just stagnant. It feels like Wi-Fi when it's not connected, and you just have whatever's on your phone, and it's like all recycled, and it's like no fresh flow is coming through, right? So the metaphysics of creativity and going back to our essence. This is what I'm here to help you do. Clear away the fog, clear away the garbage, right? Clear away all that and just get right down to the essence. It's okay if you don't know exactly what you're here to do. At some point you did know. It's just about re-remembering. As a child, you always know. As a child, you're playing and you're going around and you're picking up a toy and you're running outside and you're making up stories and doing all this stuff, right? And that's what I'm here to help you stimulate. That's what we need to stimulate. That creative force. That creative flow. And if you download my free guide, this 8-step infinite inspiration guide, it's got onlybangers.life. It's the first thing. You can't miss it. That's there to help you in that process. One of the things you can do to get back to that childlike state is just make a stupid song. Everyone's so afraid of making something bad or making something not good. But if you make something on purpose that's not good, then you shatter that fear. When you shatter that fear, then you start to relax, and then you can start to let the flow come through. But if you're always worried, like, I need to impress, who do you need to impress? We don't need to impress anyone. Right? You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to win for yourself. You need to show yourself honor and integrity and follow through with the idea. So if you make a stupid song, if you make a stupid creation, it's really helpful to just go back into that childlike state. And it's really fun to do this with a friend, because when you do it with a friend, then you guys can both laugh about it, and laughing is one of the most powerful medicines. It's one of the most powerful medicines ever. When you're laughing and just doing stuff completely out of joy, even on purpose bad, or just no expectation at all, that shatters. That bottom part shatters. And you're able to move forward in complete flow and with like a blank slate, a blank piece of paper. Right? So, just wanted to thank you guys. Appreciate all of you. And make sure to go to onlybangers.life, download that guide. And if you're really serious about getting out of your head, going in the zone, sign up for the OBL membership. Bunch of like-minded artists together, living in the zone and making bangers no matter what. So, have a great day. Peace.